So a while back, I made a nice little video on my top 10 upcoming indie games for 2021, 2022 and beyond. But about 2 weeks after I posted that video, I realized something. There are a lot more indie games coming out, and I want to talk about them. So this is part 2 of that video. Now I'm going to do something I don't really want to do, but I have heard it's supposed to help, so I'm just going to go for it. If you like this video, please consider liking the video, and maybe even subscribe. No pressure, of course. You can wait until the end of the video to decide. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Solar Ash is an incredibly beautiful game by the developers of the beloved Hyper Light Drifter. And just like that game, this one also has a lot of beautiful colors and a lovely art style. And I haven't even mentioned the soundtrack. That shit is beautiful. But my favorite part is how fun the movement looks. It kind of gives off the Pathless vibes, which is a dope looking game that came out last year. And I haven't been able to check that out yet. Solar Ash is a third-person action platformer with a massive scale and a focus on fluidity in movement. You play as Rey, and no, not Skywalker, a Void Runner looking to save her home world from the Ultra Void itself, which is a massive black hole that swallows entire worlds. Honestly guys, do I even have to tell you more than that? How aren't you sold already? Everything about that sounds so dope. Can't wait to feel that movement and learn more about the world when it comes out on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 and the Epic Games Store on October 26th. Okay, so I'm not going to lie, after making part 1 of this video, I wanted to make more. But I didn't have enough games at first, so I went on a journey to find more indie games, and I found a lot of small indie games I have never heard of before. And Ami is one of them. Ami is a puzzle platformer with a deep story. Their Steam page says this: "Our planet is at the edge of the global disaster. All living things are about to vanish. Lives and livelihoods are shattered, the world has become more dangerous. We play as the girl named Ami. She heads to a certain place that gives hope to survive. Yet, before she reaches it, there are lots of challenges to take." Sounds very intriguing. Now, this game looks a lot like other cinematic platformers I love, like Limbo and Inside, and I always love having more of these games. Ami is set to come out on Steam sometime this year. Sons of the Forest is the sequel to the beloved survival horror game The Forest. Yes, shocker, right? And I am very excited about it. The game was revealed at the Game Awards 2019 with an interesting trailer with a fantastic synth soundtrack and cool creature designs. And outside of that, we don't know a lot. It's safe to assume that this game will take what we love from The Forest and expand upon it with even more cool features, and hopefully even more building options. The latest trailer mentioned a 2021 date, but that was 8 months ago, and we haven't gotten a single update since then. So I doubt it will still be released this year, but who knows. We'll find out at some point. Bramble the Mountain King is, well, a very interesting game to say the least. The game is an adventure horror game focused on atmospheric environments, high-end graphics, cinematic moments and casual gameplay. The game is set in Nordic nature, which makes sense considering it's also being developed by a Swedish studio, and it's also based on Nordic fairy tales and fables. As a Swedish guy myself, I have to shout out this game and play it myself. I'm pretty sure it's the law. And it also reminds me a bit of Little Nightmares, which is also made by Swedish developers, by the way. You should play it. And I love that game, so it's a day one purchase for me. I can't wait to be very uncomfortable when this game comes out sometime 2022 on PC and consoles. Party Animals just looks like such a fun time. It looks very similar to a game called Gang Beasts, but improved and maybe more polished. And well, you play as animals this time. It's a physics-based fighting game with different attacks, weapons you can pick up, multiple modes, and a big variety in maps that you can also interact with in different ways. This game will be pure chaos, and I can't wait to play it when it comes out on the Xbox consoles, Xbox Game Pass and PC sometime next year. "12 Minutes is a game I have been keeping my eyes on for a while now. I was never super excited for it, but I always thought it looked cool. And the closer we get to release, the more excited I get to actually play it. The game is a top-down interactive thriller about a man trapped in a time loop. The game takes place in just one apartment, and after 12 minutes, the time loop restarts. You must use your knowledge to try and change the outcome and stop the loop. The game also features an impressive cast like James McAvoy, Daisy Ridley, and Willem Dafoe. That sure is an impressive cast for an indie game. And if you aren't sold yet, the game is published by Annapurna Interactive, and they mainly publish absolute bangers. The game will be coming to Xbox consoles, Xbox Game Pass, and Steam on August 19th. Kena: Bridge of Spirits is said to be a story-driven action-adventure game with a stunning visual aesthetic combining exploration with fast-paced combat. In the game you play as Kena. You will find and collect cute little things called rots, not the cutest name, but still cute things, to gain powerful abilities, make discoveries, and transform the environment. Like a lot of people, I instantly thought of Pixar movies when I saw the art style, and that is a very, very good thing. This also makes sense since the studio started out as an animation studio. I haven't really seen an art style like this in a game before, but I'm very happy that I have now. With the combination of the beautiful world, music, and promising combat, I can't wait to play this game when it comes out on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and the Epic Games Store on September 21st.
The path of a spirit guide is a lonely one.
Open Roads is the next game from the creators of fantastic story games like Gone Home and Tacoma, and I bet this one will keep the streak going of fantastic games from them. Their website says this: "In Open Roads, Tess and Opal embark on a road trip adventure to explore a series of long abandoned family properties, unearthing the past. They'll search the ruins of these places that hold buried memories, things Opal has tried for years to forget. And in this search, they'll discover not just the truth they've been seeking, but each other." This sounds very interesting, and I want to find out the truth. The game is also incredibly beautiful with a really cool art style. And the two main characters, Tess and Opal, are played by Kerry Russell and Caitlin Dever, which I don't know much about them, but they seem to be some pretty good actors. The game will be coming to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 and PC, with no set release dates at the time of this video.
I don't know what we'll find, but whatever it is, I know we'll find it together.
Trek to Yomi is said to be a cinematic experience with stylish combat and a thrilling soundtrack. The game is made by Leonard Menciari and Flying Wild Hog and published by Devolver Digital. Devolver Digital is very consistent in publishing great indie games, so that is one publisher I trust a lot with publishing great games. The Steam page says this: "As a vow to his dying master, the young swordsman Hiroki is sworn to protect his town and the people he loves against all threats. Faced with tragedy and bound to duty, the lone samurai must voyage beyond life and death to confront himself and decide his path forward." Sounds pretty epic to me. And the trailer was really dope too. I love samurai stuff, so I'm glad to see more samurai games coming out. Especially more grounded samurai stories, instead of all the mythical stuff that is often in these games. The game will be coming out sometime next year on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. Stray is a game about a cat. There you go. You don't need to know more than that. It's a game about a cat. Alright, fine, I'll tell you more about it. The Steam page says this. Stray is a third-person cat adventure game set amidst the detailed neon-lit alleys of a decaying cyber city and the murky environments of its seedy underbelly. Roam surroundings, high and low, defend against unforeseen threats and solve the mysteries of this unwelcoming place, inhabited by nothing but unassuming droids and dangerous creatures. Alright, so it's not just a cat game. It's also a third-person cyberpunk game? That's like the perfect game for me. I love cyberpunk settings a lot, and I'm very happy that there are a lot more cyberpunk games coming out lately. This game looks to be incredibly atmospheric and mysterious, and it also has some impressive graphics for an indie game. The game will come out on PC, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 early next year. I have a feeling that this one will be very special. Well, that's it. Another 10 indie games I think you should keep an eye on. I really enjoy making these videos and I do have plans for a part 3 and part 4, so keep an eye out for them. Who knows, I might even make this into a series where every once in a while I show some of the smaller stuff too. They definitely need the support more than the bigger games do. And don't forget to wishlist the games you think look cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please give the video a like and also consider subscribing. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any other ideas for videos I should make, feel free to comment. Thank you guys, have a great day, and goodbye.